When a woman wears a scarf, she's telling the world, I'm confident, sophisticated, practical, sensational. Accessorizing with scarves is the most exciting trend in fashion today, and you're about to be a part of it. Also remember, you can stop and review anytime you need a second look.
Hi, I'm Susan Bearden, a career woman. You may know me from commercials and fashion magazines. Believe me, it's easy, and all it takes is a scarf.
Join us in a glamorous environment where we teach you the skills to add a freshness to your wardrobe, a dash of color, a naughty look, or make a fashion statement and capture the changing moods and nuances that come from living with scarves.
We want you to wear your scarves. It's time to get them out of the drawer, and let's start wearing scarves again.
Hi everybody, come on in. Welcome to Scarf Trends. We're also going to show you later on how to put it around your fanny even.
Oh, yes we are.
Scarves aren't just for necks anymore.
You just wait and see what all we end up doing here today.
Bopping along. You're the ever-ready, whatever it is, bunny.
You always wear your scarf on the left.
And why is that?
Because you read from left to right.
Hot tips: scarf clips, clip ears, scarves, stuff pockets, tie a pony, make belts, and even become flowers.
A small scarf tied above the brim instantly makes a baseball hat something to cheer about.
Cross the ends in the back and bring around and tie a knot under your chin. Tuck the ends in.
Fan it out. Gives you that wonderful jabot look.
The look is very French, n'est-ce pas? Try adding a pair of sunglasses and a trench coat, and voila, Audrey Hepburn.
Anytime that you're large busted, you don't want anything
Accentuating.
No, you absolutely don't.
Unless you're very, very proud of them, I guess.
Spread the puff, smooth out the panels,
And just letting it flop.
Just letting it flop.
How much in life looks good when it flops? Not much, but that does.
Now you know how to tie a scarf.
And everyone keeps saying to me, oh, I wish you could go home with me. Well, here I am.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Hope you've learned as much as I have today, and thank you both again.
Thank you.
Look at that, it's poo. Really? Is that poop?
Those doctors call it stool. Not this stool, this stool. But it's okay if you call it poop. I'll know what you're talking about.
We need to be scientifically precise. Not stool, feces.
Doo-doo, that's what we call it at home.
Duty!
I prefer number 2. That's more discreet.
Come on now. It's just fecal matter. Tell it like it is.
It's taking a dump.
You mean having a bowel movement? We all do it.
Oh, come on, let's just go ahead and call it.
Hey, 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 we cannot say that.
One thing I'm definitely sure of, accidents really stink.
If you don't do your bowel care regularly and well, then the stool gets backed up. And then we have to use strong medicines.
You got to make it a habit. I do it by the calendar.
Predictability.
Because you don't want to have an accident.
Yeah, could you hold all my calls, please? It's time for lunch.
You who up there, Mr. Brain? Guess who? It's Bowl down here, way at the bottom of the food chain, doing what I do best, disposing of refuse.
Stand by on that, Bow. We're pretty busy up here.
You don't get the big picture, Mr. Brain. You should know what bean burritos do down here. I need some attention, and I need it now, or we're all going to be embarrassed, if you catch my drift.
10-4 to that last message, Bow. Brown alert. Brown alert. Let's put it into manual override. All systems. We're initiating emergency procedures. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. All systems, we have touchdown.
Woo! Good evening, afternoon, my friends. It's great to see you guys. Happy Saturday to everyone. Yeah, I am really happy to see you guys and hang out with you. I'm excited because I feel like my leg is good enough now to start making those regular trips to the gym. And truth be told, kind of need it. So it's like my brain is like, you have no choice. You need to start going back to the gym, dude. Like this is it's time. This has to happen. So limp or not, it's happening. But yeah, man. So I actually feel like when you decide that, you end up feeling like a lot. You kind of have to subconsciously just be like, fuck yes, and then just do it. And so like, I'm excited right now. I'm in a good mood. That's a cigarette that won't go out. Die. Anyway, problem solved. So it's great to see you guys. We're going to go over some stuff. I don't think we're going to spend a whole lot of time on. I mean, there's some updates. Like I noticed a couple of things. We're going to start off a little bit with some stuff that I caught on X, Twitter. And no, my account has not been restored. I was a mere apparition haunting Twitter. Watching, lurking. And I'm gonna have to like check out some stuff here because there is a new article that Aiden dropped in regards to this Natalie idiot. But one thing that I noticed was I thought was really, really funny. Because I seem to remember Julie Carpenter being very, very defensive of and she's also known as Big Red, Peg Bundy. What's her other nickname? There's another one that I'm not really aware of because I don't pay her a whole lot of attention. But and shout out to Ray from Dallas. Make sure to subscribe to Ray from Dallas. It's good to see you, homie. Julie Carp. Julie Carp. Yeah, just Julie Carp. Very funny. I love it. So Aiden posted this earlier today. And I thought it was pretty funny. Because I seem to remember her being very defensive of Lindsay Gattani just to trash Turtle Boy. I seem to remember her being one of the people who have implied, if not flat out said, that he was a rapist and he was a woman abuser and so on and so forth. And, you know, Lindsay Gattani is such a victim. But I found this to be pretty funny because then she posted this today. She had blocked me really quick on X. Like, she blocked me like 2 years ago. So Big Red, okay, yeah, Big Red, there it is right there. Called me a victim. They all knew Lindsay Gattani was lying the entire time, but she did her job by putting me in jail, so they were cool with it. Once she went after Jen McCabe, she suddenly became a liar, meaning Lindsay Gattani. And so here she posted this. I'll say her name, Lindsay Gattani, faked a pregnancy, complete with pretending to go to an abortion clinic. She passed fraudulent ultrasound photos to her victim, meaning Turtle Boy. So now Turtle Boy is her victim and lied under oath. Her behavior resembles that of Laura Owens. Look her up. I'm not looking her up. Laura has been charged with fraud for her fake pregnancy claims. What kind of demented person fakes a pregnancy? She's a deviant. I hope the Attorney General takes over and charges her with perjury. See, that's the thing, is I don't think that that's going to happen. And there's something about Julie Carpenter that I have to actually bring up to Turtle Boy. I have to actually bring that up. I have just making a mental note. But yeah, this is very, very funny. I want to go over the comments because I just want to go over the comments. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen the comments yet, but I want to see them. And now Mama Llama chimes in here. It's always Jen McCabe's fault. Aiden Carney, do you agree with Julie that Lindsay lied about being pregnant and lied about being assaulted in order to put me in jail? I love this. I have zero clue what happened between you two. Oh, wow. This is so fucking bizarre. At least Julie has the balls to call out a liar. Never said she wasn't. Like, I can't believe that he's got Mama Llama like this. I just said I don't know what happened that night. Now, supposedly Mama Llama, if I know my McAlbert lore very well, which I don't that well, but if I'm correct on my McAlbert lore, Mama Llama is Jen McCabe's bestie, right? Her homie. If I'm correct, right? Checking with the chat right now about this. Okay. Yes, Luthie's not going to know this shit either. Like, this is the stuff, like, what's funny is like, Aiden explains this shit kind of often, and I'm almost always in his chat. And I'm laughing because, like, I don't understand half the people he's talking about. There's so many nicknames for people. And I never really keep up. Like, I've learned a lot in the last 2 years. Don't get me wrong. I've learned a lot, but I still get shit confused because I'm just like, wait a second. Especially like these handles and shit. Like, they got handles and they got names and then they got nicknames provided by Turtle Boy and his chat, you know? So it's like, it's a lot to keep up with, but it's always funny. It's always funny. So then there's this chick. Now I remember her. Hold on. Sorry. I'm gonna have to mute myself a few times because so this Shazlik, she's retarded. For the record, she used to come at me on Twitter all the time. I missed the part where she called you a victim. Fuck around and find out. Yeah, you missed the part, dude. I pointed it out. Hold on a second. She passed fraudulent ultrasound photos to her victim and lied under oath. That would be Turtle Boy. She's the one. He's the person she sent the fraudulent ultrasound photos. And all of this is about her allegations against Turtle Boy. Lindsay Gattani faked the pregnancy complete with pretending to go to an abortion clinic. She's describing the Lindsay Gattani abortion. She's describing the baby Clay story. That's what she's doing right here. She just wrote in a short tweet, Julie Carpenter just wrote, and bless his little fake life, his short little fake phony life. I mean, how sad is that? That all it takes is a short tweet to write the story of a very fake short life. A very short fake life. That's the movie right there. That's the movie. Clay Strong. Clay Strong, starring nobody. This is ridiculous, dude. I mean, that's exactly what she's doing, is telling the Clay story. Like, and she told the whole story. Like, that's what's fascinating about this. She absolutely told the entire story here. I'm gonna read it again. This is the fucking biography of baby Clay, bro. I'll say her name. Lindsay Gattani faked the pregnancy, complete with pretending to go to an abortion clinic. She passed fraudulent ultrasound photos to her victim and lied under oath. Her behavior resembles that of Laura Owens. Look her up. Laura has been charged with fraud for her fake pregnancy claims. Now this, and then hold on. What kind of demented person fakes a pregnancy? She's a deviant. I hope the AG takes her over. Now, of course, there's more to the story. That's the Lifetime movie event version. It's the Lifetime movie event version. In order to do this properly, you need at least a 3-part miniseries. Okay? Because there's all of the you need to give the mom backstory. You got to do that. But as far as baby Clay's story goes, that's it. Like a couple of other little details that were left out, but that's it. That's the baby Clay biography, bro. Jesus fuck. It's the most asinine shit in the world. Like, it's so crazy because these fools are turning on each other, and there are people just trying to save face here because, like, there's no way that at this point, knowing everything that we know, and these people even acknowledging it, that Aiden is going to get convicted of any of these crimes, any of these frivolous bullshit charges. Unreal.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super dad. I think we got a super dad.
super chat. I think we got a super chat.
How dare Felicia Sosa, Clay Strong, the inspiring true story. Hold on, let me do it right. Clay Strong, the inspiring true story of a fake baby that changed a movement. So sad. Thank you, Felicia. Yeah, like I'm just gonna go through some more of this bullshit, dude. This is like really funny. This is very funny to me. I need to find hold on. Because I've been meaning to do this for a minute. I've been meaning to do this for a minute. And hold on, I need to find her shit though. No, I'm not going to find it there. Hold on. Wait a second. Donkey's Noggin, thank you so much. Julie must have seen the Fridge Daddy video and now she's jealous. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just telling you, dude. Julie Carpenter strikes me. Y'all don't know, man. I got a radar for these things, bro. And I might be wrong, but my radar is pretty reliable. But I'm pretty like sure that Julie Carpenter, one side of her feels like Aiden Carney is everything that I am, you know, my phony ass persona that I put out in everyday life, like at my fucking job and for my fucking neighbors, this phony ass fucking lace curtain fucking bullshit persona that I put in front of people is, you know, it's supposed to hate Turtle Boy, but deep down, I think she fucking likes him, man. She might even be attracted to him. I'm just saying. She's like, it feels like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't just fucking like, it's not like a fucking theory that it's got that feel to it. It's weird. It's weird. I've been watching this shit for 2 years. Thank you, Decline. I've been watching this shit for 2 years. Tracy Cooley, thank you so much. This shit is so beyond anything that anyone with a brain can make up. And it's real. That's my point. I don't spend enough time talking about this shit. This is the kind of stuff that I'm hoping ends up in the documentary. I'm hoping ends up in the movie. I'm dying to see somebody play Krusty Panties in this movie. I'm dying to see somebody play Grant Smith Ellis in this movie. I'm dying to see somebody play Lindsay Gattani in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a few people. Like, I want this thing to be epic as fuck. Dina, thank you so much. Driver by Mick Morgan's today. I burst out laughing. I wonder how many fingers banging there now. I barely understood that, Dina. I love you so much. Thank you. But goddamn, that was, yeah. And it's not your fault. It's that the typing on super chats is a pain in the ass for some reason. I have no idea why. Nikki, thank you so much. In honor of FV getting the antis to call Aiden a victim, finger blast that like button. What's the finger blast reference that I'm missing? Because what's funny about that is I became obsessed with that term. Like, I remember I was in this band and I played a show in Tampa. And the place was called something like the Unicorn or some shit like that. It's a real hole in the wall little place, but I like the venue. Problem is, we came all the way out to Tampa. Nobody fucking came out to the show. But so it was just me. It was me and my band. And then we were playing for like this other band. And this other band was fucking amazing. They were these two guys. And I swear to God, I shit you not, the name of this band was the fucking Faggots. Okay? That was the name of their band. And they were brilliant. They were absolutely fucking brilliant. And we became children around each other. Like, we became children around each other. There was actually 3 guys in this band. It's just that one of them didn't play music. One of them just walked around the stage with random cardboard signs that said weird random shit. And I couldn't tell you what one of those signs said, but they were really funny. And we just ended up making the best out of this show in Tampa that nobody came to. And having a lot of fun. And one of the inside jokes was that the term finger blast was just the best way to describe finger fucking somebody. And we just kept saying finger blast and just working it into everything we were talking about. While we were quite inebriated. So we just became children. But so when I see everybody making this reference, I don't know where you guys are getting it from, but I think of that every time. Now I want to know where this reference is coming from. I saw a Turtle Boy in the chat. What's up, buddy? I'm lost on this shit. Because I'm not in Turtle Club, so I never see like the sex cult shit or anything like that. So I bet there's a lot of stuff that happens in those things that I miss. But yeah, I'm missing the whole finger blast reference, but I'm kind of enjoying that I'm not getting it because it still means something to me in my own way. And so I'm perfectly okay with it. Drop all the finger blast references you want. It's perfectly great. Now what I'm trying to find is Lindsay Gattani videos. I want to go over some of those. I've been meaning to go over some of those. I haven't been able to go through none of those because I could never find them. And now I'm dead set on looking for and that's the only one that comes up. See, that can't be. Or maybe. No, it is. I found it. Okay, cool. I'm trying to go over some of her videos, bro. I want to go as far back as I can because I'm seeing a few of them. There's quite a few. I love that shit. Oh, wait. Donkey's Noggin, thank you again. Today's sponsor has been brought to you by Finger Blast. Have you been finger blasted by a turtle lately? Dina, thank you so much. Keep waving your fingers around in front of your cameras, Will. Okay. Thank you, Dina. Oh, this is just the best community in the world, bro. You would fuck what anybody says. Yeah, I hadn't ever gone over this. I had never gone over this, but I'm doing it now because this is just going to be fucking fantastic.
Today is Saturday, September 20th, 2025. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to go about doing this.
How about, I have a suggestion. This is a wild notion, though. How about minus the vodka in the middle of the day? Just an idea. Now, not judging day drinking, okay? I'm not judging that shit at all. But wouldn't make videos and be expected to take it seriously if you're drinking vodka in the middle of the day with your kids running around your house. Just saying. Just saying.
Let me first be clear that the series of video clips that I'm about to put out there, the series of the truth the truthful statements that I'm about to put out there. And you can, I know everybody, the turtle riders are going to say that I'm not credible.
Already, like, you're telling us, like, this woman is so transparent, and it's so sad. It's also fucking hilarious. At the same time, it's fucking hilarious. She is so transparent because, like, she's as immediately she's shutting herself down. Immediately, she's in Turtle Rider defense mode. She starts to say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to tell my truth. I mean, if she really had, like, conviction behind anything she was saying, she would just simply be like, I don't give a fuck. Listen, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. This is it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But I know you Turtle Riders are going to be like, like, okay, man, already you're worried about what anyone who already sees through you is going to say here.
You just might want to listen, though, to what I'm about to say. But let me be clear that the series of things that I'm about to start putting out there have nothing to do with Eden Carney, or the ones that I'm going to start putting out there are going to have no relevance, have nothing to do.
But you still can't help but make them relevant in your video. I love it. Dina, thank you so much. Everyone take a finger and blast that like button. Absolutely. Excellent. Well typed there, Dina. Appreciate it. Everyone take a finger and blast that like button, y'all. I could not concur more, Dina.
With Eden Carney. They're instead going to have to do with I have to be careful how I word things now. They're gonna have to do with
I've been recorded and several occasions being completely inebriated like I am now, threatening the well-being of my own children, threatening to hurt people and kill people, and so it's really important right now, guys, that I word things carefully. just right now, it's important that I word things carefully after I sued the one guy in a courtroom who actually wants to help me.
the police officers who were involved,
Jesus,
who should have been trusted, who I have raised my children to believe could be trusted. And this isn't about anything to do with wanting people to
now, people
feel.
Listen, you know it's coming. You know I'm going to bring it up. Okay? Her eyes are really far apart from each other on her face, dude. I'm just saying, it's really like I'm not saying it makes her unattractive or ugly. I'm saying it's an observation I can't get past. It's one of those things that I see on people when it happens, and I'm like, you know who had that shit too? You know who had that shit too? The sister on Dexter, on the first Dexter series, her, like, Dexter's sister, the one that had a real potty mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had that same thing. And I was just, is that an anomaly, dude? Like, is that what happened? What causes that? Does that happen when somebody drinks too much during pregnancy? She gained more credibility when she admits to lying about each crime she accused Aiden of, but she still won't gain our favor. No, that's never going to happen. Like, listen to me, dude. This is a toxic person. I have seen this person a million times. I have dated this person a million times. She has just taken different form and different names and different ages, different dimensional versions, if you will, of this person. I have been cut with what I like to call a Gatani blade. I have a scar right across my chest. This is true. This is absolutely true. I don't fuck with people like this, dude. Like ever. It's yeah. And there's been what's mind-blowing to me is that people can actually hear the recordings of this woman, see her behave the way that she does, and still be like, gee, I don't know if she's a victim or not. I'm not sure. I don't get it. And that is all Turtle Boy hatred. That is any rationalization for this woman's behavior is Turtle Boy derangement syndrome to a T. It just is. It's a perfect example of it. If you are looking for reasons to make excuses for this person right here and her behavior, that is coming from a I hate Turtle Boy place. That is exactly what that is. There's no escaping that. Because there is way too much of her crazy shit out there for anybody to just be like, I don't know, man. She is a nightmare, bro.
Bad for me, or thinking that I'm a victim, or
nobody thinks you're a
trying to
victim.
switch sides or anything. Like, this is a story that I was never able to tell. This was the truth. I was never able to tell my experience.
And you know what? And what sucks is she could be telling the truth here, right? That's what sucks. But it means fuck all because of everything she's done so far. She's not to be taken seriously. She's not to be given any credibility. Absolute fuck all is what anything she says means. What's up, Baker?
Never able to tell because of people on both sides. And two things can be true at the same time. So I'm trying to decide how I'm going to go about this, in what format I'm going to go about this. I have spoken and have...
Oye, peínate, mami. Peínate. You're not going to comb your hair before you go on camera, dude?
Meetings set up with people to speak about and I have to decide, do I do this on my own terms? Do I do this through a credible source? How do I do this? This is not about...
And all this is like a threat. Like she's making this veiled threat in this video, and she can't even pull it off. Like she can't even and what's up to my Facebook people watching? Appreciate you guys being here. She can't even pull it off. Like and I have a theory as to why this is. She's so distracted. Watch the rest of this video from this context, okay? She's so distracted by her own image. Like she's making duck face right now. She's distracted by her own image because she's so fucking vain that she can't even talk and get through her thoughts between the vodka or whatever the fuck she's on and her vanity. And I'm going to use this word because I hate using it because I think it's so overly used, but I think it applies to this person. I think there's definitely signs of narcissism, and I believe that there's clear narcissism taking place right here in front of our faces. Like right here in front of our faces, she is wallowing in her false sense of power right now. I'm making this video and I'm telling my truth and I'm loving the way I look doing it. And I am shit-faced in the process. I mean, let's get fucking real, people.
Grifting. I am not certain people that are out there with YouTube channels trying to make people want to feel bad for them and earn $1 on this. That's not what this is about. I don't want any money. I mean, of course I need money. Like, money would be a necessity to have.
This is one of those, believe it or not, rare occasions that I feel comfortable saying that. I mean, the reason why I don't like to say that's a narcissist is because I'm not a mental health professional. Okay. I don't like to diagnose people because I'm not qualified to do so. I've never felt that way about myself. Never felt that arrogant. So I don't do that. But if you Google narcissism and you look up the signs of narcissism, she displays a lot of them. That's all I'll say. You know what I'm saying? That's as far as I feel responsible saying and using medical terms to diagnose people. Because it is, Kayla Jones, it is so overused. It's one of my pet peeves in the true crime community. I thought it was really bizarre. Every single person who somebody has a problem with is a fucking narcissist in the YouTube community, and it's fucking bizarre. Like, it's so weird. Like, as many times as I've heard Aiden referred to as a narcissist, it's like, dude, Jesus fucking Christ. It's, you know, just throwing words around that you really don't even know what they mean because you watch too many little Instagram shorts. You know, it's fucking bizarre. But if you actually like know anything about narcissism, all I'm saying is it's fair to say that she has displayed many of the signs quite publicly, really. She's kind of doing it right now. So
help me deal with the civil lawsuits that are frivolous and vexatious that I have to deal with, but I don't
frivolous
suits that are frivolous and the civil lawsuits that are frivolous and
and I think I went over this already in slow-mo, didn't I? I did that already. We're going to actually skip this one, but I need to hear this again.
The civil lawsuits that are frivolous and vexatious that I have to deal with.
Yeah, I just remembered that I have gone over this one before. I'm going to go to the next one. Yeah, like I totally went over that before. Okay, here we go. Everyone is out here blaming me for Mello being taken off my case when he was literally texting Kate Peter saying, I need your help, and doing favors for her responding with you're welcome. Or her telling Tully that he needed to be nicer and more sensitive with me. Does any of this sound normal? This is very funny to me. I had never been given a subpoena. Now, this is one of Lindsay's tweets. Okay. She's saying, everyone out here blaming me for Mello being taken off my case when he was literally texting Kate Peter saying, I need your help, and doing favors for her responding with you're welcome. or her telling Tully that he needed to be nicer and more sensitive with me. Does any of this sound normal? I had never been given a subpoena or testified before a grand jury in my life. I've never worked as a confidential informant or a private investigator or worked for a private investigator firm. I didn't know the rules in regards to whom I couldn't speak to or about it. It wasn't my job to know what was appropriate for a prosecutor, DA to do or not do. I didn't know it wasn't allowed to speak to the. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to speak to the special prosecutor in my own case. Why are all the big players defending Kate Peter, and why was Kate Peter and her lackeys constantly going to bat for Tully so hard? You don't blindly and aggressively defend a cop who is misbehaving, displaying misconduct, unless you have a vested interest in covering for him. There's no bridges to burn. There were no bridges in the first place. Okay. Now, this tells me something very fun. This to me is very, very funny. This to me is her she is basically convincing me, and I don't think that she's trying to. Like, I feel she's manipulative. I just don't think she's very smart and very good at it. I've met women like her who were smart and good at it, and let me tell you, you never want to come across that in your life. You never, ever, ever, ever want to deal with that. It's scary as fuck. And she's not very smart, and she's very impulsive, and she drinks very heavily. And so these all make for a disadvantage on her end. And that's why I believe that she was absolutely used. I don't think that she was, I think they made her feel like she was part of this whole sting, but they used her to do it. I don't think that she did know. I felt like she thought that what she was doing was absolutely legitimate since it was cops and prosecutors doing it. Jimmy has Fake Victim Substack on his September 29th live. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, so and she's going, Kate Peter was the mastermind. I was just being used. This is what she's saying, basically. And this is basically everyone's theory, that the paramour was used. She was weaponized by Kate Peter, Brian Tully, and Ken Mello, and ultimately Michael Morrissey as well, to railroad and have Aiden's bail revoked and thrown in jail. And Kate Peter is all of this stuff is going to come back on Kate Peter. Like, the December 5th argument is going to be Kate Peter. Like, she's going to get nailed to the wall when the Mighty One argues that mega motion. That's just how that's going to go down. And a lot of stuff is going to come to light, I think. That's okay. Okay. But yeah, this is just very funny to me. Now, and Julie Carpenter just going after her. So I guess it's just, I think what it boils down to is people taking sides with Kate Peter. people taking sides, whether it's with Kate Peter or against or with Lindsay Gattani. That's what's going on here. That's what the Julie Carp, the Julie Carps of Twitter are doing. So let's watch this one.
Okay, so while we're waiting for my video on Substack to upload, it's taking a little longer than this is my first time ever using that app. I'm not going to be able to do the videos on X because they're just way too long. While we are waiting for that to upload, I guess I can give you a little teaser or a little additional, not a teaser, a little additional information on the topic of tonight's video. And as I explained in my video, I am going to have to reveal stuff in segments because there's just so much stuff that I have to put out there. There's so many things I know, so much truth I have to reveal that like I can't possibly do it all in one sitting. So, and it's in no particular order, except I am saving the biggest bombshells for last, and it's not.
I mean, how does she think this is what's really funny to me is how does she think that this helps her? Like anybody in her position should just shut the fuck up. Like seriously, anybody in her position should just shut the fuck up. She is easily the most discredited person in this whole situation at this point. There's no getting around that fact. Sarah B. Creative, thank you. Like that shit and smoke that shit and remember to hit that like button. Good luck. Good luck. Thank you, Sarah B. Creative. So is she like, does she get donos from people? Does she actually get donos from people? Like, are there people out there that really actually think that she's a victim and they donate money to her? Oh, wait, she has a Substack? What Substack? Okay, you got to pay. All right, here we go. Sleuthy with the facts. You got to pay $40 a month to see her Substack. The fuck's a Substack? I guess I got to know what Substack is. So what is that? Like a Patreon kind of thing? You pay a monthly thing? And then she puts out content. Oh, it's blog shit? Okay. I can't believe, does anybody pay it besides Jimmy? That's crazy. That is wild, man. That is wild. So she's like dropping bombshells. But what's so funny is like, I mean, this exactly explains how smart she really is. Not very, because she's saying that she's collecting money to give up information on a case that is really going to destroy her credibility as a witness. And she was one of the best witnesses not one of the best witnesses they had, but one of the witnesses that they were counting on most. One of the worst witnesses ever, obviously. But wow, this is this is really stupid. It's really fun though. I mean, far be it from me to not lay out my to not be a gentleman and lay my jacket on the puddle as she walks towards destroying her own case against the innocent man that she's falsely accused.
anything to do with you guys. It's for reasons that I cannot get into, but I'll be telling everything at some point. So while we're waiting for this to upload, the topic of tonight's video is the Natalie celebration party at Jen's sister's house and what Kate did to Colin Albert. So I wanted to add, hold on, my battery is dying. I wanted to add in something that I forgot in the video. In addition to this information that's in the story, in addition to what you...
So far, she hasn't said jack shit. Like, what are you talking about?
already know about the fake information that Kate put out there to Turtle Boy about Colin.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Which we now know was never true. So there's now 2 documented instances of Kate making up information to try and harm Colin Albert. Third piece of information. Over the summer, there was a post, I guess, put out by Kate claiming that, I don't know exactly where down the Cape it was, but that Turtle Boy and his girlfriend Meredith were following Colin Albert and his family. So I hadn't spoken to Kate for a long time after because I told Grant that Jennifer McCabe paid for her haircut, went nuclear in case we had a Discord. I hadn't talked to her for a long time. So I finally had spoken to her again for like one of the first times. I think it was because she actually messaged me about some drama between Meredith and Turtle Boy, which I really didn't care about. But she told me the story about, well, I had seen the story.
Let's stop that fucking cap right there, bro. Like you absolutely care about drama between Turtle Boy and any other female because you're insane. Stop it. Like that's symptom number 1 right there that everybody already knows. Like, stop it.
Seen a post about this thing on the beach down the Cape, alleging that Turtle Boy and Meredith were following Colin. And somehow a conversation with Kate and I struck. I don't know if she called me, I called her. I really don't remember how it began, but I said, what the hell is going on with this? Like, I mean, is there any truth to this? Like, what's going on? And she literally laughs, tells me that the whole thing was made up, that she decided to just put this out there. There was no truth to it. But then she proceeds to try and blame Colin. She says that Colin is on drugs now. Colin is completely out of his mind on drugs. He's hallucinating. He's paranoid. He's making things up in his head that aren't really.
So this is fantastic because right now what she's doing is not only is she already the least credible witness probably in the history of any case whatsoever, ever. Like, who sues the fucking prosecutor, dude? What are you doing? Probably the worst witness ever, but she's actively trying to destroy the credibility of the Commonwealth's other main witness against Aiden. Think about that shit. And Kate just fights back with her, back and forth. Kate Peter just fights back with her, back and forth on Twitter. And they're just, this is beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, what is the Commonwealth planning on coming forward with? Because there's so much communication, as I understand it, that proves that there was collusion between Massachusetts State Police officers, that were assigned to the Norfolk DA's office, and these two idiots, Kate Peter and Lindsay Gattani. So what's the angle here? Like, I don't understand this. And Judge Krupp being, dude, man, one of the things I noticed, man, like I feel like Tim Bradle was just fucking hit hard that last hearing, and like just that image of him rubbing his face as he's talking to the judge is just like a man who's just so sick of this shit, and knowing that Judge Krupp is now on this case, it must have been fucking annoying. Like, Deborah Morgan, thank you so much. Maybe your eyes are too close together. But oh, well done, Deborah Morgan, sister of Dexter Morgan. Very well done. If you're watching that on a TV, just look at the image, the avatar in that super chat, and tell me if I'm wrong. Just tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, this is oh yeah, I was gonna do something here. There we go. Dina, thank you so much. We need everyone at courthouse December 5th. Yes, I agree. I will be doing my damnedest to be there myself. So yes, Aiden needs as many people supporting him outside that courthouse as he can get. And the weather's going to be nice, I imagine. I bet it's going to be, well, it's probably going to be cold. It's December. Like right now, the weather's nice. Hold on here.
Be there, and that he is the one that made up the story about Turtle Boy following him. Now, let me be very clear. I'm not trying to smear Colin. As you'll see in the video, I have met Colin. I have only had one interaction with him ever in my life. I had nothing but pleasantries, nothing but good things to say about him based on that one interaction. I mean, I
can imagine
because not
I can imagine how that conversation went. Fuck Turtle Boy. I agree. Fuck Turtle Boy. Hey, it's me. Thank you so much. It just amazes me that anyone that anyone sides with KP or LG. They have lied and manipulated so many. I mean, but you just look at the people who do. Like Grant, I can't get a read. There's no way to get a bead on Grant and his and what makes him think the way that he does. There's no way to do that. He's all over the place, and it's kind of weird because he's kind of aware of it, which is really bizarre. Like it's kind of weird because like when you watch his live streams, that's like it's like his what's happening on his live streams visually is almost a perfect example of what's going on in his head. It's there for you to see, and it's just one aspect. It's how he views live streams. So he takes this one simple thing like a live stream, and then he puts the every single fucking thing. I mean, it's the end of the Dark Knight where it's everyone's fucking cell phone, uh, everyone's fucking cell phone images, in infrared all over, like everywhere. Like it's insane. Like I feel like I'm not even epileptic, and I feel like I'm gonna go into a seizure looking at Grant Smith Ellis's live streams. What's up, Mazza? Hey, at 6 p.m., Mazza's gonna have a fundraiser for Kelsey Fitzsimmons, so make sure to go check that out. Yeah, there's just so much going on, but like to me, I feel like that's like a visual example of what's going on in Grant Smith Ellis's brain. And so that's why he kind of gets a pass with me when it comes to this shit. Like the other people are just fucking retarded assholes. Like the Julie Carpenters, the Mama Llamas, they're the fucking what do you the Irish witch or some shit like that. I don't know. Some of the other trolls that used to come after me in on Twitter, like they're just really dumb, you know. Anybody who follows either one of these or supports either one of these people is just, you know, either an asshole or a stupid asshole, and that's just what it boils down to.
To perpetuate any rumors by Kate, but to call her out on her bullshit and let the Alberts know that this is the woman you're aligning with. She is.
Yeah, Dedham Superior Court, December 3rd at 2 p.m.
Purposely going out there and talking badly about your son, lying. I'm assuming lying about him, but even if it wasn't a lie, putting out personal information.
What's up, Scott Messerschmidt and Rat House Media?
That should never be put out there to somebody who she hadn't spoken to in months, who she had gone after and personally attacked on social media. Hoping that I would go and put out that false information so those rumors would be spread about their son and that I could get blamed for it. I never believed it for a second. Kate Peter is
I don't even hear what she's saying. All I hear is blah, 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 blah. I'm unknowingly sabotaging the case against Aiden Carney. Blah, 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 blah. I am unknowingly fucking up all the effort that everyone who tried to railroad him is trying to do, that has been trying to do. Blah, 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 blah. The more I talk, I don't even know this or realize it, but the more I talk, the more I get Turtle Boy off the hook. Blah, 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 blah. That's like all I hear. Like none of what she's saying do I give the slightest fuck about. That's what's really funny. Like I don't care about anything of what her version of all this is, as far as like her experience with Kate Peter. Like it matters to me that they're at odds. I find that funny and entertaining. But I don't give a fuck about like the accusations that they're making against each other, because none of them have any credibility whatsoever. All I care about is that there's all this proof that they colluded, and now they're going at each other's throats because they know those walls are closing in. They're trying to save their own skin and throw each other under the wolves. Under the bus, out to the wolves. I mean, it's just, yeah, this is so funny to me. Like, yeah, to me, I just absolutely love that. I do. I absolutely love it. Now,
What say is the defendant at the bar leaving the scene after accident resulting in death? The defendant not guilty or guilty? So say you, Mr. Foreman? So say you all?
The standard in the civil lawsuit is far different than the beyond a reasonable doubt standard applicable in the criminal case. So the hurdles that the O'Keefe family will have to overcome are lesser than the prosecution has in the criminal case.
And the second thing
Now, the O'Keefes, the reason why I'm showing this video is the O'Keefes have hired what Court TV here is saying is a high profile attorney. I don't know anything about this new attorney that the O'Keefes have hired, but I have my theories as to why they hired them.
I want to say is no one has fought harder for justice for John O'Keefe than I have and my team. Thank you.
That was Karen Reed after she was acquitted of killing her boyfriend back in June. A new attorney is in the mix, though, in the wrongful death lawsuit. That could make
thank you for that so much. It is December 5th at 2 p.m. Dedham District Court. Excuse me. Don't show up on the 3rd because you'll be out there by yourself or with a couple other people who will be very mad at me for misinforming them. So December 5th at 2 p.m. Thank you for the correction. Hey, it's me. I'm very grateful.
Difference in the outcome here. The O'Keefe family filed the lawsuit naming Reed along with the 2 bars that the couple and their friends were drinking at before John O'Keefe's death. O'Keefe's family is now seeking to add California-based lawyer Bibi Fell to the mix. Here is a background on Bibi.
Okay, Bibi Fell, California-based lawyer. Bibi Fell. Okay, dude. A little colorful, but all right. Who am I to judge? Newest attorney for the family of John O'Keefe, Bibi Fell, founded San Diego's Fell Law. Okay, focuses on catastrophic injury and wrongful death cases. 2018 second largest personal injury verdict in California. Okay, no famous names.
Founded the San Diego Fell Law Firm, focuses on catastrophic injury, wrongful death cases. 2018 second largest personal injury verdict in California, over $100 million. She is good. She's good at what she does. The suit alleges that the same events as the criminal prosecutors alleged.
I'm just saying, I mean, does she count as a high profile lawyer?
Basically that Reed was drunk, drove her SUV, hit John O'Keefe, left him to die in the snow. He suffered serious injury.
See, that's not... See, Paul, man, Paul is something else to me, man. Why would he think that it's a good idea facing the judge? Why would he think it's a good idea to smirk while his attorney is laying on the thick bullshit about his family being so distraught over all of this, the emotional pain that they felt, and this guy's trying to keep from laughing in court while his attorney is laying out this bullshit. He's marveling at how great his lawyer is at laying out bullshit, but he's doing it so visibly. It's fascinating to me.
And died, and she left. So we're asking, how will Bibi impact the O'Keefe versus Reed civil trial? Let's bring in to discuss retired FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffindaffer and criminal defense attorneys Joe Tamburino and David.
Oh, this is just going to be fucking great. This is just going to be fucking great.
Motherfucker. Twat.
Hey.
Bruno are still with us. All right, Jennifer, what does this move the ball for the O'Keefe's lawsuit against Karen Reed?
Well, I think the best thing about Bibi is she brings all of this experience and particular expertise in this area of wrongful death. And that's what the O'Keefe's needed. Listen, she has gotten so many suits settled and won huge verdicts in court. So she's a good litigator. Specifically, I note a $5 million judgment that was rendered after a child was hit on a bike. I think that those facts kind of closely mimic this. I look for Bibi to come in like a firestorm.
Joe Tabarino, this is a building up.
Firestorm.
Maybe I need to quit the gummies. Okay. But does she look like a 90-year-old Aiden in drag? I'm never, ever gonna be able to unsee that. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit, dude. Like if Aiden in fucking 40 years, bro, decides to start wearing drag. Yo, dude, I cannot, bro.
It's kind of closely mimic this. I look for Bibi to come in like a firestorm.
Joe Tabarino, this is a building up. You've got Alan Jackson hanging on with Karen Reed on the civil case as well, helping that team out. Now you're seeing the O'Keefe's also bolstering their forces, to Jennifer's point. And Bibi's is a good litigator. It's not, she's not a civil attorney that's afraid to go into a courtroom. She will fight it all the way to the end with a jury, and looks like that's where this thing's going.
Yes, and whoever the O'Keefe's hire, they've got a really good chance of winning this case for 3 reasons. Number one is less burden of proof. They only have to prove preponderance that Ms. Reed killed Mr. O'Keefe. Preponderance means more likely than not. Number two, Ms. Reed will testify because in the civil case, she won the criminal. She doesn't have a right against, self-incrimination. So she could be called to testify at trial. She could be deposed. And
just can't, dude. Just imagine that shit, dude. Like, imagine that shit. Like, Aiden turns fucking 90 and then just decides to become Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs and shit. And then he just looks he becomes Coffindoffer's fucking doppelganger, bro. Goodbye, horses. I'm crying over you. Terror Rated, thank you so much. This guy reminds me of Max Headroom. Yeah, this guy, I mean, this guy's trying to act like this guy is still trying to think through this bullshit. This guy's trying to act like he's saying that they have a better chance because there's less of a burden of proof. I mean, okay, that's fair, but they get to defend themselves and bring up stuff like Karen gets to defend herself and bring up stuff that she wasn't able to do before. So, I mean, there's that too. I mean, and even though there's less of a burden of proof on the accuser here, on the plaintiff, there is no burden of proof on Karen, but Karen has all the proof that she needs to prove not only that she didn't do it, but somebody else fucking did. And these are the people that you need to be looking at. Like, that is undeniable. There is enough proof to do that. Period. And Karen's going to be able to present that. I'd fuck me so hard. Ooh.
Number three, you're going to have less outside influences. I don't think in this civil process, you're going to have a lot of outside influences like, the Turtle Boy factor and everybody else who was outside of the courthouse. I just don't see that happening in the civil case. So overall, whoever the O'Keefe's hire, they've got a really good shot at winning the civil case.
I don't know about that, Joe. I don't know that there's not going to be an army of people outside anywhere where Karen Reed is, because for whatever reason, people are just all in. David Bruno, your thoughts on the addition of Bibi to the O'Keefe team?
Yeah, I'm with Joe on this one. I think the plaintiffs are in a strong position just because of the difference of the burden of proof. The best example of that is the OJ case.
See, these are people who I am completely and totally convinced at this point don't know the facts of the case. They didn't watch either trial, especially not the second trial, which is ridiculous. Because if you watch the second trial, I mean, they're leaving out this whole. And I don't know what their narrative, I don't know what they're trying to do here. I don't know if they're trying to shift support. I don't know if they're trying to like target certain demographic viewers. I don't know what they're doing here. But it's weird that they're sitting there going, oh, because of this reason that there's less of a burden of proof on the O'Keefes, then, you know, they're leaving out the fact that there's all of this strong evidence that Karen Reed can present here, and there's also she can also depose these people that she's holding responsible. They're just ignoring the fact that her newest attorney, whose name slips my mind, I'm terrible with names, I'll know it eventually, but basically Microdots incarnate, who this guy mentioned that they are accusing third-party culprits. They're adding them to the suit. And so, Damon, thank you, Jason Grant. Appreciate you, homie. Yeah, so this is going to be, you know, like I don't see how this isn't going to lean in Karen Reed's favor. And the interesting thing is those very witnesses, like when they get deposed, they're going to have to, there's no fucking way that it's not going to be brought up that they testified in court. The very same people that were at the Waterfall Bar and Grill, who saw Karen Reed, who saw her leave, who left just shortly before she did. So basically, anybody who saw her leave or left just shortly before she did, they all testified that Karen Reed did not seem intoxicated to them, that she seemed fine. And the fact that they're suing C.F. McCarthy's is hilarious to me, because C.F. McCarthy's is the place that they went to before the Waterfall Bar and Grill. And at C.F. McCarthy's, she had like 2 drinks, maybe. Also did not seem intoxicated. What did C.F. McCarthy's do other than their job than serve customers? They serve alcohol. She didn't seem intoxicated. She seemed fine. They're not responsible for anything that Karen Reed may or may not have done after she left C.F. McCarthy's. There's no way they're responsible. I'm a ditzy girl. Thank you so much. I'm watching from Houston, Texas. Thanks for the scarf tips. You're welcome. I'm here for you guys. You know that.
Right? He was acquitted on the criminal. He was found liable in the civil. And that's the difference in the burden of proof. For the plaintiffs in the case in O'Keefe's family, they really need someone to manage the circus. I mean, this has been
like they're really hitching on that burden of proof bullshit. Like this is like it's like they're trying to compare it to a criminal case, but they're not. Under the guise of showing why it's different from a criminal case. Very weird what they're doing here.
Circus,
but
to say
it's not new coming from Court TV.
The least, honestly, with Turtle Boy, and then the allegations about law enforcement misconduct and all the things. So I think what Bibi brings, at least to the team, is the ability to sort of manage the chaos, because that's exactly what's happening here. It happened in the criminal case. We could expect it again in the civil case. And I think that it's good that she's added, but I think that they're already in a very good position in a different venue.
Reed's team may have picked up a small victory after the judge in this case dismissed a claim of emotional distress from John O'Keefe's niece. Here's some portion of that argument from the plaintiff's attorney.
Karen Reed plots, she fabricates a conspiracy, she launches a public campaign of disinformation, and she involves a blogger named Turtle Boy. She leaks not for public information through him. She pits her followers against the O'Keefe family, and all the while, Karen knows that the O'Keefe family.
Right. See, this would never fly in a criminal case, but it does fly in a civil case. They could just make this shit up and say everything Turtle Boy did, everything he's charged with, she was the mastermind behind. That's what they're trying to do. This is the narrative that they're trying to throw with this civil case, which would explain why Karen Reed is having the hard time that she is with Turtle Boy right now, as far as being deliberately distant. It's just a theory. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying that this could be scaring the shit out of her, and truthfully, it shouldn't, because I've never known Aiden to be the type of person that's going to just do something because somebody. He's not the type of person who writes shit because people tell him to write shit. You know what I'm saying? He's not the kind of person to talk to put shit out there because people tell him to put it out there. Now, was she a source of his at one point? Aiden has admitted that, yes, that she is a source of information, but that could be that she's just talking to the press. So if Aiden is responsible for shit being put out there, if Karen Reed is responsible for, if it's true that she controlled what Aiden put out there to the world, then she is just as guilty of doing the same thing with Dateline. She's just as guilty of doing the same thing with 2020. She's just as guilty of doing the same thing with every single news outlet that she's ever spoken of. But because they're mainstream media, this isn't being brought up. What's being brought up is Turtle Boy, Turtle Boy, Turtle Boy, because he's a blogger who was charged with felonies, according to them. Decline, thank you so much. 100% agree with you. Plus, Karen listening to lawyers and lots of them. Right. So this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it boils down to the fact that Aiden Carney is an independent journalist, and he had a source, and the ultimate source when it comes to covering this case. So if he's asking her questions and she's willingly answering them, then he is exercising his First Amendment right, and so is she. This is not this is not organizing a campaign to harass the O'Keefes. That's absolute and utter bullshit. So there's no way to actually convince people of this. Do I believe Karen's purpose of talking to Aiden was to garner more public support? Of course. Why else would she do this? Why else would an innocent woman freely talk to the press about her case? Freely talk to the press about the facts of her case? Why would she do that? Because there is a local government that's trying to railroad her, and the only chance she has in a fight against a local government is the people of that very commonwealth, of that very county, of that very state. That is the only chance that she has. How in the world is that in some way nefarious or unethical? If she has the entire system against her, well, then the only chance that she has is to gain the support of the very people that system is supposed to represent. Liz88 gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Bonnie Bailey, thank you so much. Pain is not so good today. Thank you for a few laughs. It helps. Hugs back to you. I hope whatever you're going through, this does help you out. That means the world to me that it can. I'm really grateful for that, man. That's great. Yeah, I mean, so this is being twisted in the craftiest way. That's what's happening here. This man right here, he's twisting this in the craftiest way. He's basically saying that what Karen Reed did was wrong because this one particular person is now currently being charged with felonies.
Is also vulnerable, grieving another tragedy in their family. The O'Keefes and Kaylee suffer severe emotional distress. It's more than anguish and more than grief, and it is not overlapping with the wrongful death statute.
Although the judge agreed to dismiss that claim, he did rule that other claims of reckless or intentional infliction of emotional distress can stand, pointing to Reed's narrative. The parties are due back in court in November. No trial date's been set. So we're asking which side has an advantage so far. Jennifer, it is really early in the civil process. When you factor in the Reed team's threat, if you will, that they are going to be launching lawsuits against Proctor et al., and they want them to be enveloped into this case. The judge has to decide on that. I mean, the deadline for discovery isn't until December of next year. This is not going to trial anytime soon, but at this early juncture, this is the question, so let's answer it. Who does have an advantage at this point?
Well, the facts would tell you, based on this new burden of proof in the civil, as Joe has discussed and David discussed, is so much lower. So for that reason alone, I believe the O'Keefes have the advantage. The facts absolutely support that he was hit by the car, that he was hit by Karen Reed.
Jesus, dude. This lady, I can't unsee it now. Decline, I love this channel. We can be who we are. Yes, you can absolutely be who you are. It's almost an expectation. But look, man. I just, dude, I just seeing Chris Loring in the chat, man. We might have to. I retired on this channel. I retired the Free Karen Reed song because she was acquitted. Might have to bring it back. Might have to bring it back for the civil shit. Who knows? Maybe I'll. But Chris Loring, man, made that amazing Free Karen Reed song. Played it for 2 trials, man. It was great.
But the burden has to be met, and this one is much lower. So for that reason, they have the advantage at this point.
Did you just repeating what these dickheads just said?
Joe? You agree?
Well, yeah, like I said before, I think they do have the advantage. And, David mentioned about the OJ case, and that is the quintessential example of
My man was like, yeah, bitch, I just said that shit. Like I said before.
But he winning in the criminal side, not guilty, but losing in the civil side. And what was a determining factor in that case? OJ had to testify, and he was horrible. And the same thing's going to happen here. Karen Reed will have to testify in the civil case. Now, if there's no trial, she'll still be deposed. She'll be under oath, and the plaintiff's attorneys are going to be grilling her left and right. And
unpopular opinion. I don't think it'll be good in theory, for Karen Reed to testify. That will not be, I do not predict that being a highlight in the case.
She's never gone through that before because she didn't testify at her criminal trials. So I still think the plaintiffs will have the upper hand in this.
Just because of the rules of the road, let's talk about if it goes to trial, as you say. Well, the judge sort of gave both sides a pep talk and said, you don't want this to go to trial, people. Take a listen.
The parties also have another way to do this case. They can do it by way of potential resolution. And I mean this sincerely when I say that being a judge for many years, you learn things. And what you learn is that oftentimes litigation is an inartful way to try to resolve parties' disputes. There's alternative dispute resolution, there's mediation, there's all kinds of other avenues that we advance to try to get people what they want, which is resolution of a case.
I don't hate this judge yet. I don't necessarily like him either. But I will say, when I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, I like them before I like them until I dislike them, you know? Unless they're just overwhelmingly meh, you know? This guy, so far, he's not overwhelmingly meh to me yet. I think he's all right. We'll see.
The most important thing, it would seem to me, to any party to this case, is to resolve the uncertainty, right?
David, do you think there's a chance this thing does settle?
Yeah, see, that judge is doing what judges do. They're trying to get those cases out of their courtroom, and that judge knows exactly what he's getting into. I mean, the trial that we had in the criminal case, the two trials, now coming into the civil case, is going to take time. It's going to take court resources. It's going to take a lot for not only that court, but the community to go through another trial. And it's not just that judge. It's not this case. That's what judges do. Judges are trying to resolve, and then if there are disputable issues of fact or law, that's what trials are for. But that's the same thing going on in every single criminal and civil courtroom across the country, trying to resolve cases amicably.
Yeah, and Jennifer, I saw you shaking your head. This isn't going to end anywhere, right? Quickly.
No,
Yeah.
she's the one person on that panel. She's the one person on that panel that has personal fucking hatred towards Karen Reed. How do I know this? Because she has spread lie after visceral lie on social media, on Plevin's channel, everywhere she could about Karen throughout these last two trials. She's the only one that there is data that proves that she just fucking hates Karen Reed. And she hates Turtle Boy. And she loves that they're being lumped up together to be used against Karen Reed in her civil case. She fucking is eating that up.
No way. There is no way. I mean, look at the fact that Alan Jackson is now coming on to bolster the civil side of things. They do not want to lose. They want a full-on 100% victory with this. So they are not going to acquiesce. So therefore, we're going to have a trial.
Okay, well, we'll be watching. That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. She's so dumb. Oh, well, hell, man. That's nice. I see Rat House is going to do a glare appreciation stream. It's pretty awesome. Go in there and give it a like. Yup. No, I don't know, man. Like, I've been meaning to bring you on the channel and do something. I just am terrible about planning these things and whatever. I'll get Cherry to set it up with you at some point. At some point, you know. But yeah, I totally want to. So subscribe to Danny Rat House Media. Where's Paul? Paul's over there. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so yeah, look at that thumbnail, bro. Sweet. Hell yeah, bro. It was awesome. But it's that time, folks. It's that time. The phone lines are now open. Yeah, I mean, like, and the thing is like whatever happens with Aiden's case will be crucial to Karen's case. Like, I mean, so I don't see any way of avoiding that.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, this is specially appointed prosecutor Robert Costco.
Oh my God. I'm so glad that you got through. Specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove, everybody.
Yeah, good to talk to you again, Will Blair. Good to be on your presentation.
It's always good to have you on my presentation.
So it's been
Okay.
been an interesting couple of days.
I thought you died again. Okay, I'm glad you're still alive. Glad you're still with
Thought
us.
I died again. Okay.
Yeah. So okay, don't die. Come on, tell me how interesting the last couple of days were.
Oh, it's just been a lot of crap, you know.
A lot of crap.
A lot of back and forth.
Yeah. I haven't even been paying attention to it mostly. Like I've been in Ray from Dallas's chat because he's just so supportive and cool. And I like him, man. I like when he sings, you know. So you know, and he's just airing out his opinions, man. I feel that. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I've been in his chat as well most of the time.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of bad stuff said about us in the past couple of days. Rat House Media and Ray from Dallas. I mean, all kinds of stuff. But you know, it is what it is.
Right. Yeah. I mean, hopefully it'll blow over because I mean, I know I'm ready to move forward. You know what I mean? I'm just ready to stay on task here. We got a lot to do. We got the big December 5th hearing to look forward to. 5th, not 3rd, 5th at 2 p.m. Dedham Courthouse. I'm really looking forward to seeing the mighty one wipe the floor with you there, Kasi G.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Did you bring yourself back to life? Or did you defibrillate yourself while I was?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
Can you say that a little slower? Go ahead.
I'm looking forward to the mighty one, Mark Betteroy, wiping the floor with you, MC Kasi G, on December 5th.
Yeah, well, you know, me too. So hopefully, I'll be sent into retirement.
You should, yeah. I mean, exactly. Like, I know you got to be tired. I know you do.
Of course, I'm tired. I'm 104 years old, Will. I mean, you know.
It's wild. Yeah, they say just fix your antenna. You'll be able to hear what I'm saying and understand it a little better.
Don't worry about my antenna. My antenna is assembled in catching signal.
Okay, good. It's assembled and catching signal.
That's right.
Yeah. The same has been said about my antenna as well, sir. So I feel that.
No, I don't. What are you referring to, Will?
My antenna. What are you referring to? MC Kasi G,
No,
especially
mine's assembled. Are you saying yours is erect or something? I mean, what are we talking about?
Did I say that? Did I use that word? I used the
I don't
word
know.
assembled, sir.
No, I think you were alluding to something else, but we can move on. Will.
I'm not sure that this is appropriate conversation, sir, and I don't think that Mrs. Cosgrove, Mrs. Specially Appointed Prosecutor, Mrs. Cosgrove, would appreciate the nature of this conversation.
Yeah, well, I have some news on that front.
Oh, do you? Let's hear that.
Yeah, that's correct. She's no longer with us.
No.
Yeah, that's correct.
No. What happened?
Well, she perished in the basement last evening.
She perished in the no.
Oh God. Yeah. Unfortunately, if you want to call it that.
Of what? How? What did she do? What did you do, rather?
Well, we're not quite sure yet, but it looks as if the pillow was put over her head, maybe by herself. Not really sure.
MC Kasi, listen, Specially Appointed Prosecutor Robert Cosgrove, that sounds a lot like foul play, sir.
Well, I didn't say that. Well, I mean, there was a pillow in the same chair she was in. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'm not.
It's absolutely possible that she, maybe there was too much noise coming from all the antennas that you had going up, and she was listening to too much noise and couldn't fall asleep properly. So she covered her face so that it would drown out some of the noise. And then she wasn't strong enough to lift the pillow.
I mean, do you have surveillance on my basement, Will? That's pretty accurate.
You do have surveillance on your basement, in your basement of this. Okay.
I don't think you have those kind of antennas, but it's a good guess.
Okay. What's your theory, Specially Appointed Prosecutor Robert Cosgrove?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that she was down there.
You should probably not say anything unless you're going to get a lawyer, sir.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I am a lawyer, so
okay.
I will just say that she was down there. There was a pillow present. She was in her chair. She's no longer with us. That's it.
A fool for a lawyer has a client for a whatever. You know how that goes.
Sure. Okay. Daryl Brooks style or something like that.
I guess. Yeah, that's a good example.
Grounds.
Exactly. Grounds.
Are we going to talk about subject matter jurisdiction?
We can talk about whatever you want, Specially Appointed Prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
Yeah, that's a reference to the Daryl Brooks trial.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed it. I mean, there was a lot going on, and it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a couple years ago, but moving on. It's okay.
Objection. Yeah. So what do you think about what do you think about this new attorney for the O'Keefes? And what do you think about this this merger, this merging attempt from the O'Keefe's attorneys to use the Turtle Boy implications to make Karen Reed look responsible for the distraught brought onto the O'Keefes?
Well, I think it's a tough connection to make. I mean, listen, I'm looking to get off this case, but until there's a motion filed opposing me. I mean, that Bozang guy was absolutely terrible the other day. He brought nothing to the table. What has he been doing the entire time?
Maybe Karen will hire you.
Well, I'll be available soon, according to a lot of people. So,
yeah, maybe. Do you specialize in bullshit civil law?
I mean, have you been paying attention to the past 6 months? Of course.
Well, that's criminal.
Yeah, well, tomato, Ray Romano. I mean, whatever I got to do. I mean,
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. And R.I.P. Mrs. Specially Appointed Prosecutor Cosgrove.
Yes, rest in peace, Mrs. Specially Appointed Prosecutor, Mrs. Specially Appointed Product, whatever, Cosgrove. She's no longer with us. We miss her, and thank you, Will. I will always remember tearing her down in your name, and thanks for having me on your presentation.
All right. Thank you for being here, Specially Appointed Prosecutor Robert Cosgrove. It's always a pleasure to have you on my presentation, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye. All right. Now, hold on, because I think it is inappropriate. I think it. Hold on. I think it is inappropriate if we do not take a moment and have a moment of silence for the wonderful Mrs. Specially Appointed Prosecutor Robert Cosgrove. Thank you. Thank you guys for participating in that. I don't know where that came from. I guess God's got a sense of humor. Nikki, thank you so much. In honor of the late Specially Appointed Prosecutor, Mrs. Cossie G, Uncle Buck, like that button. Better like that button. Jesus Christ, I'm going to hell, man. I'm going to hell. All right, let's take the next caller. Here we go.
Call from. Hey, it's me.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
I just wanted to call and let you know that I support Karen and Turtle Boy 100%.
Right on.
I just feel that Karen is being unfair to Turtle Boy right now, and
She's being
nothing
unfair.
against
She's being unfair to a lot of people, if I'm being honest. But
yeah, he's innocent too, and he deserves her support. Is how I feel.
I agree.
And that's all I really wanted to say. It's just, I love your show.
Thank you. Appreciate you. That means a lot, me.
That's my YouTube handle. Hey, it's me.
Oh, hey, it's me. Okay. Now I got it. Now I've seen you in there. Okay. Now that makes sense. Okay, cool. Hey, it's me. Thanks
Real
for
name
calling.
Jennifer. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Call from Donna.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Donna.
How are we doing? Donna?
Good. How are you, Will?
I'm doing well.
I just wanted to comment on the court TV. I was a paralegal for 30 years, and both civil and criminal. And I understand that the burden is lower in a civil, but they don't have what they need to get a win. To get a win.
No, all those people on court TV in that segment didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Yeah, I stopped watching court TV because
I'm not saying that they don't have the experience and the education to not know what they're talking about. I'm saying that they either just ignored all the facts of the case or they didn't know them.
Exactly.
So yeah.
But I mean, I tried watching court TV. I used to watch court TV all the time. And then when I watched it during Karen's trials and realized how prejudiced they are, how much they lie, and it's like they're not even watching the trial. They're just spewing their own opinions, and it's ridiculous. I mean, Julie Grant should be fired. Absolutely.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, you put freaking crusty panties on there. Like, she's nobody. She knows nothing. And I laughed so hard. I was like, this is ridiculous. Stop watching them. Because none of their experts are actually experts. And not one lawyer ever aired on there would I ever hire in a case for anything.
That's what's stupid is like, why would they do that? Like, you know what I mean? With high profile cases, just talk like they don't know what they're talking about. Like, don't they have practices that they want to promote? If they go on a platform like Court TV, why would they make themselves look so stupid?
Exactly. And why don't they ever have somebody on there that opposes them?
Right. It's very weird.
They only have people on that go with their narrative, and that's ridiculous.
The only one that did that
if you oppose their narrative, you're out.
The only one that did that was Vinnie Politan. It's the only one that whenever he had a segment on Court TV, he'd have people with different perspectives and different opinions and control a conversation. Make sure that it stayed a conversation and not a debate and an insulting match. But he was very good at it.
Yeah, well, I'll still watch Vinny, but I won't watch him on Court TV.
Yeah,
I won't watch Court TV at all because they have their own narrative that they want to spin, and that's it. And they don't like. I mean, you need to vet your guests for Christ's sakes. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Did I swear?
No, you can swear on here. Like, yeah.
Well, I don't want to demonetize you.
Oh, I won't be. It'll be fine.
But I'm glad you're back.
Thank you.
We missed you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good one, Don.
I love your show. You
thanks.
too. Bye.
Bye. Very sweet.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, donkey.
Hey, donkey. Okay.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right. I'm just walking the dog, so I thought I'd give you a call right away.
Right on.
All right. Well, this is Donkey's Noggin, aka Cherry's husband.
Donkey's Noggin, Cherry's husband. Gotcha.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so lawyer coming on. O'Keefe.
Okay.
I probably stopped right there when FBI and the attorney's office or attorney general's office just stops there and says, we don't believe that Karen did it.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
No. Repeat that.
No, okay. All right. My apologies. So FBI stepped in, did their investigation, sent a letter to Morrissey and said, we have different thoughts about how John O'Keefe died.
Right.
Okay. As an attorney coming on to the O'Keefe side, wouldn't you just fucking stop right there and be like, yeah, that's not going to happen? Like, I'm not taking this case on unless
no,
she sees something differently that we don't fucking see and be like, okay, Karen just called on a bunch of other people onto this fucking case saying, I didn't do it. These people did it. McCabe's, Albert, so on and so forth.
Well, yeah, the thing is like, I mean, she probably has a strategy in mind. It's civil law. So it's not,
no, I get that.
It's not an effort to seek justice as it is an effort to win, yeah. That's what it is. And it's almost like kind of, okay, they still have to be like, yeah, we're seeking justice. Of course, it's about getting justice. That's why they use the American court system to do it. But the problem is that when it comes to civil cases, it's about, okay, let's convince a judge or convince a jury that this person is responsible for the thing that they're being accused of. And that's all.
But you can't get past ARCA, though.
I agree. But apparently this new lawyer feels like she can, but probably can't. I mean, she probably knows ultimately that she can't, but she sees a big payday and she's just like, I could bleed these people for money this whole goddamn time until we get there.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Bullshit.
Who knows?
Whatever.
Right.
I don't see it that way with them. I get what you're coming from. Trust me. I'm with you 100% all the way through. And I get you, but I don't see this going any other way except
well, nobody does.
I'm gonna be respectful.
I mean, nobody really does. It's the same stupid people on Twitter that are saying that it will, but everybody with any common sense already knows that there's going to be we know that all it's going to take is for the McAlberts to get deposed one by one, Higgins to get deposed. That's what it's going to take. And as soon as they start pleading the fifth or start talking and they contradict, because all of that stuff, everything that they testified on in the grand jury, everything that they testified in court, that's all on record. It's all on record. That could get thrown in as evidence. So they better be consistent with their testimonies.
It's good. I promise you, this trial is not going to go the way the O'Keefe's plan is going to go. I promise you that.
Right. I mean, there's just I just don't see how it could.
No. Once the FBI gets brought up in this whole situation, it's not going to go as planned. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the O'Keefes just seem to fucking hate Karen Reed. And and that's just what it seems to be.
Vengeance and hatred just brings you, it just blinds you. That's all it does.
It just seems like Irish stubbornness, just classic Irish stubbornness, moving forward. Okay.
I got you.
I
got you, Papa. Yeah, they're just a bunch of fucking pingas. That's all they are, okay?
Fucking absolutely.
All right, I'm going to let you go. Let anybody else talk. Hey, God bless you, and hope your knee does better. And thank you for everything you do, brother. And stay true, please.
You too, Donkey's Noggin.
All right.
Appreciate you, man.
And tell Uncle Ray Ray I say hi.
All right, will do.
All right. Talk to you later, Bubba. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Call from Angie.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, well, it's Angie. How are you?
How are we doing, Angie? I'm doing well.
I'm doing good. But it's not super cold out here yet. But anyway, first of all, shout out to the chat rats because I know they're all in there. And I don't know if you've seen everything, but that show that shall not be named, one of those people came on to Danny's show last night, and it was quite interesting, but at the same time not.
I mean, I just don't care what they have to say anymore. I just don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as far as the new attorney that O'Keefe are bringing in, it almost seems like they think that bringing in a new attorney is going to change the facts of the case. It's going to change the fact that John O'Keefe was not hit by a car and the car did not hit John O'Keefe.
Well, I feel like they know that the only chance they have is to create a whole bunch of smoke and mirrors and razzle dazzle.
Mm-hmm.
So if they get this high profile, the so-called high profile attorney to add to their team, then they can rival and counter Alan Jackson's razzle dazzle abilities and this other attorney's, this guy Damon, his abilities. So I think that's what they're thinking in terms of we need to match their lawyer power with our lawyer power.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well, that was my first thought too when I heard that she was from California. Was that they're trying to one up AJ, which is impossible.
Right.
So
yeah. I mean, I just like to see I'd like to see Karen and Aiden get on the same page somehow. I really would. because this is, you know, like the thing is it doesn't hurt Aiden's case to not have Karen's support, because Aiden has too many facts. You know, she's not even brought up except for his work on the case and why, and that being the motive to try to shut him up. You know, but that's it. That's it. Like, as far as her case goes, now they're trying to implicate her because he has these felony charges. And so they're trying to use the fact that he has these felony charges to make him seem not credible, and and to lump her up with that is just part of this whole lawyering maneuvering that they're trying to pull. That is that there was this colluded effort to try to emotionally harm the O'Keefes, which is just asinine and ridiculous. So
yeah, I agree. Like, I would love to, I mean, I talk like I know a lot about this case. I pretend that I do sometimes, but like, I tell a lot. I made t-shirts that, like, I made myself a free Turtle Boy t-shirt, and so, like, people ask me about it and they just see the turtle, they don't see the free Turtle Boy part. And like, it was really funny because I told my physical therapist to ask me about it, and so I told them the story about the statue and about how Aiden, like, got the name Turtle Boy. And I'm like talking to my husband, and I'm like, yeah, the worst part about that is the statue's naked, so I can't understand why people like see the why it looks so wrong. But yeah, I'm all in. Like, I'm so glad I found the chat rats, and my poor husband doesn't have to hear about it all the time anymore.
Yeah.
And you too. Like, that's the other thing too. Like, I like all, I've said it before, I like all the creators and stuff. Like, I like learning about the law and hearing different aspects or opinions on it, and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty wild, man. It's pretty wild. There's just always something new, you know. It's just always something.
Yeah.
You know? But with the civil case, that could take forever. So, you know, don't expect a bunch of updates. You know, don't expect a whole bunch of updates, but you know, it's just more focus we can direct on Turtle Boy's case, and we need to try to get more people out there to support him in front of the courthouse, especially on December 5th. We got plenty of time.
I wish I could be out there for that.
It's going to be a lot of, it's going to be two big motions that are going to be argued, and we're going to get to see the mighty one in action. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, as much as I want his charges to be dismissed, I really want to see the evidentiary hearing. I want to see, like, both Tim and Mark in their element, like, cross-examining these people, or questioning these people.
Right. Basically barbecuing these people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am looking forward to that myself. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. But yeah, I'm going to take the next caller. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good day, Will.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Call from
Heather.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, it's Heather.
What's up, Heather?
I love your show. I can't believe I'm on. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on here.
Okay, well, I had this thought, and I know that the O'Keefes aren't going to come around, like the mom and the brother. I know they're just kind of like in their own little grumpy place. But is there any way you think the Free Karen Reed, Free Turtle Boy movement could, like, somehow support the kids so that when they get older and realize what happened, they know that, like, we're their community?
I don't know, man. You know, like, I feel like anybody who really like the thing is there's just so many people who have access to those kids, and I just don't like to think about that. You know, I think that's the part that really bothers me the most of all this is just how this is turning out for the kids and everything that they've gone through. And you know, there's I'm hoping that they're not having to deal with any of this. I was mad that they were even called as witnesses in both trials. Like that upset me. Because I just think that it was completely unnecessary to do that to them. So I hope they're not dragged into this, and I feel like they're gonna be. And it just sucks.
Well, isn't it technically Kaylee's case, Karen?
That's kind of how this guy was pitching it. Yeah, that's kind of how the O'Keefe attorney was pitching it. I mean, but I just, I think it just sucks. You know, I think it's terrible. And hope, I'd like to think that as they get older, that they'll, look at all the facts of everything and realize what's going on here and see that their family were duped by some really conniving and evil people. But one can only hope, you know what I mean? Like,
I think they'll come around eventually. I kind of think they're probably watching like Turtle Boy content and like lurking in like this kind of side of the internet.
I mean, maybe. I just don't like to assume that because they're minors. I like to assume.
Oh, right.
I look at them as like untouchable subjects to even bring up, unless it's absolutely necessary and pertains to getting to the facts. But seeing as, I mean, there's just that one aspect of that one night, and we already know it. There's no need to touch on it. There's no need to explore it. There's no need to probe it. So you know what I mean? Right now I'm still in a place where I just feel bad for them. They've suffered a loss. If they were coached by anybody, I feel bad for them for that. I don't know if they were, so I'm not going to start talking about that and start making assumptions that they were. I try to just steer clear of that subject of the kids. That's all.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you ever find yourself on this video, just know the Karen Reed movement supports you guys, and we want justice for your uncle too.
Right on.
Yep. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So there was one thing completely unrelated. I'm actually going to close the lines here. And it's a video that I've been dying to watch here, but I always want to save it because I like to do reactions. And it's completely unrelated, but I figured just to lighten the mood up and change the subject a little bit, we'd go over it because it's a pretty popular video. Yeah, this is wild. You guys have already probably heard of this. This is the body cam footage of the cop who was pretending he was posing as a cop and he got busted. And I've been wanting to watch this because it keeps showing up on my feed, and I'm like, I'd rather react to that on the show. So we're gonna watch it now. Get it out of the way before I send you guys over to Maz's.
Is it a loaded firearm that you have with you, Mr. Correct? So you're not under arrest right now? Okay. Yes, sir. Wow. Probably not the best idea to be wearing a vest, armed, possible criminal impersonation of a police officer.
I'm a retired Baltimore City. Okay. 27 years.
Retiring 4 years ago. I'm speechless.
When a police officer in Bremerton, Washington arrives to a call and finds a man dressed as a law enforcement officer already on the scene, things quickly take a turn for the bizarre. Suspicious that the man may be impersonating a police officer, authorities soon discover that while he doesn't have any legitimate police credentials,
Make sure to like this video and subscribe to these guys.
he does have a record.
Criminal impersonation, the first degree. That's a felony.
Yes.
What? And all right, okay.
The following is based on official police records. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On the evening of September 4th, 2025, an officer with the Bremerton Police Department responds to a call that a fire has been set in a parking garage across from the Salvation Army. As he arrives, a Ford Explorer, similar to an unmarked police vehicle, pulls in behind him. The vehicle has blue interior emergency lights on. Not recognizing the man in the vehicle as fellow law enforcement, the officer follows him over to the Salvation Army parking lot.
Were you on the phone with him? They asked us to come outside. I thought it was for you.
Who else come outside?
I don't know. He's on the phone with him.
No, I thought I was pulled over because I thought you guys needed help with that.
Oh no, no, we thought no. I'm confused right now.
This guy is cracked the fuck out, dressed like a cop. This is wild, bro. Like, this guy looks cracked out.
Nah, man, this is my first day back in a while. So
I thought you were like one of our detectives at us.
He is not giving off cop vibes at all.
I know some of the guys work with the task force.
The man is working as security for the Salvation Army, hired by Stephen Group International. However, much of the gear he wears, including a silver police badge that reads detective, a ballistic vest, and a duty belt, indicate that he's in law enforcement. The man identifies himself just as Scaletta and claims he previously worked with the Thurston Sheriff's Office, but transferred to
This guy thinks that he's in a movie called Scaletta. One man, one cop, Scaletta.
Police Department, where he says he's been a detective for the past 2 years.
I know a lot of detectives from Edmonds, from the gang network and stuff like that.
The gang network
on base every year.
The gang network, not gang unit.
Started with robbery and now with the gang intelligence.
Dang, it's pretty hardcore.
The officer soon leaves Scaletta
Pretty hardcore, dude. I feel you.
to his security guard duties, but something about the strange interaction doesn't sit quite right. He makes a report, and the next morning, on September 5th, a different Bremerton officer heads to the Salvation Army just as Scaletta is finishing his overnight shift.
So you work for Edmonds PD?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is a part-time gig.
I got you. Do you have your commission card with you?
Yeah, give me a minute.
This is amazing.
No, didn't find it.
Sorry?
The balls on this guy, dude. Like that, first off, if he wasn't completely and totally fucking cracked out, I'd be like, this guy's got serious balls. The problem is everybody on meth grows a pair of fucking crazy balls, bro. Like, yeah, it's not balls, it's crazy. It's not, yeah. They just decide to get audacity, but it's fucking craziness is what it is. It's insanity. It's psychosis is what it is.
He's going to, it's in my other bag.
Oh, okay.
He's grabbing it now.
Okay, how long have you been working for the Salvation Army?
Sorry?
How long have you been working off duty for the Salvation Army?
I'm here on.
So he's claiming that he moonlights for the Salvation Army, that the Salvation Army. Now, this is a thing. Like, you hire off-duty cops. There was a very popular restaurant where I grew up, in the part of Miami where I grew up, where people would generally go, and it would get packed. And sometimes fights would break out because the bar would get packed. And my girlfriend at the time was a bartender there, and there was an off-duty cop who always moonlit, and he did it for years and years and years. He was just considered part of the place. He was an older guy, and just for some extra overtime or whatever, he'd be in full uniform and work at this restaurant working security. sitting just like right at the door.
Almost every other week.
Every other week?
Yeah, and then I also work down at the KRM.
Okay. And what's your full name?
Mezzi Scaletta.
Dude, you're terrible at this.
Scaletta's co-worker heads inside to find his bag and supposedly his commission card. Another Bremerton officer arrives.
Is it a loaded firearm that you have with you, Mr. Scaletta?
Correct.
Okay, can you put your hands on the car, please? I'm not familiar with the retention of this holster. Just keep your hands right there.
Can we not do this in front of everybody? I mean, really?
Yeah.
You're doing just fine keeping your hands. Okay, yeah. I appreciate it. Okay.
The officer removes Scaletta's firearm and finds that the magazine is empty.
So you're not under arrest right now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So he's got a gun and it's not even loaded. Like there might be one in the chamber, but he's got an empty gun. If you're fighting crime, you don't go around. If you're a cop, your gun is loaded. It is ready to go. Like it is holstered, but it is ready to go. Like that's fucking common sense. There's no way that's a real cop.
Can you call my?
Yeah, we can take care of all that.
Yeah.
We can take care of all that. We can make all the phone calls. It needs to be done. All right.
More Bremerton officers arrive just as Scaletta's co-worker reappears with his bag.
I can't get over his name. Scaletta.
In the front. What agency are you taking with? Edmonds?
You're with Edmonds.
Edmonds, yes.
Do you understand there's being a detainer?
I understand the whole process. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay.
The officers check the bag but fail to find a commission card or any law enforcement credentials. They do, however, find an empty badge holder, similar to the kind plainclothes officers wear.
And is there a meth stem?
This is only the beginning of their unsettling discoveries.
So first off, if you are a commissioned police officer in this state, you'll be taken out of cuffs, and I will formally apologize.
Thank you.
Okay?
No problem.
All right. You're uniformed and armed when we came across. That's an accurate statement. So the concern is, especially because we weren't given notification, right?
I'm not operating. I'm not working. I'm not.
Well, here's the problem.
Leaving.
Well, it's messy, right?
Correct.
Here's the problem with that. You're leaving. Even if you're leaving.
Yeah, I know. We all miss Microdots, but I promise Microdots has an incredible Turtle Boy video in the works, and I'm sure as soon as it's ready to go, he's going to release it.
Salvation Army, this is the #1 crime hotspot in the entire city for us.
I know this.
Let me
I'm a retired Baltimore City.
Okay.
27 years. I come out here.
Then
Okay,
let
you
me
know what I mean?
talk.
I get it.
Then let me
I'm
talk.
sorry.
I think we're getting our wires crossed a little bit. Because what I'm trying to get you to understand is, I understand that you're just leaving if you're off duty. But if you know that this is the highest crime area, right? If you know this is the highest crime area in the city, and you know that that's likely to do with your law enforcement experience, and we're going to be in the area, probably not the best idea to be wearing a vest, armed, going to and from. Yeah, because it's going to make us think some things up to and including possible criminal impersonation.
This is wild.
That's why you're detained. We get all that checked out, and you know what? This might be an error for their bosses and our bosses.
So we might have called Edmonds last night.
The sheriff?
What?
Right. No, they're doing the right thing here. They're just like, okay, like any cop with a gut feeling is going to go, this guy's not a fucking cop. You know what I mean? But they understand they could be wrong. So we're going to put you in handcuffs. We're going to detain you. And then we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're just going to get to the truth. Okay. And while we figure that out, you're just going to be in handcuffs for a minute. Okay.
PD last night?
Yeah.
Not on the payroll.
Say it again.
You're not on the payroll with Edmonds PD.
Is it okay if I go through this?
Yes, please.
find
And
out?
then I can.
He's not on the payroll at Edmonds PD, where he says he currently works. He's retired from Baltimore City, but now he's on Edmonds.
While some of the officers continue the search for anything that can verify Scaletta's claims, the others are eager to discuss the bizarre situation among themselves.
Yeah.
Little do they know, a troubling revelation has already been uncovered.
So I read Casey's report, apparently they had a little back and forth with Garrity and Hersey where they're like, well, he didn't take an act as a police officer.
Absolutely not.
Yes, yeah, I know. So I was like, no way, I'm not tolerating this. So I came down looking for him. I pulled up. Go ahead.
I don't know if they put this in the reports. In 2015, he was involved in like a SWAT incident where he barricaded himself inside and had like a whole like threat of like blow the place up. So it was like a bomb threat. He's saying that he retired from Baltimore City Police after doing like 24 years or something. 4 years ago, which he's a convicted felon. He wouldn't be retiring 4 years ago.
The man they have detained is not Mezzi Scaletta, as he claimed, but 49-year-old Michael Scaletta Tietz. According to police documents, he was convicted of a false bomb hoax in 2015.
Yeah, he's going to jail. 100% the right call across the board. Did you see my face once that dawned on me? What was going on?
Yeah. I pulled up to ask some questions.
Holy
about
shit,
him
dude.
working here because I didn't see him because he's parked over here. And he came around the corner. Was everything good? And I looked at him and I was like, holy.
His eyes are also super constricted, and he's hella jittery.
Right. He's messed the fuck out.
With this new information, one of the officers approaches Michael, but his explanation is strange, to say the least.
Tell me what happened in 2015 with Baltimore PD.
The riots.
I think you know exactly what I'm talking about.
The unit, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That's I worked in the East.
Thank you. Tons of fun.
We all knew what they were doing. We knew what was going on. It's a matter of time. And we already had. We knew the feds were there. But you keep your nose clean. You don't have to worry about.
Well, I'm talking about the offense where you were arrested in Baltimore City.
Me?
In 2015.
I was arrested. I wasn't arrested.
As Michael protests his innocence, the other officers are keen to check out his vehicle.
He said he has known Sheriff Sanders for 4 years. Yep. No, I know.
Is this guy going to jail?
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes.
Wait, what?
Oh, yes. Yes. No.
Is this guy going to jail?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Like, is he going to jail at this point or what? Yeah.
See, you can see he's got the lights mounted in the back too.
This is insane.
Right.
The shirt is in the plastic. His reflective vest is straight from Galls.
Yeah, look, he's got a firefighter helmet too. He's ready to
He's got a firefighter helmet.
The officer has no idea just how true this statement will turn out to be.
That's crazy.
While they can see the reflective vest denoting police on the back, the car holds even more surprises inside. For now, Michael suggests that the reason they can't find his commission card is because it's inside the vehicle.
I just want to hear from you.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're going to find drug paraphernalia.
Yes or no? Are you giving us consent to search the vehicle?
What, y'all are going to tear my vehicle apart?
We're going to search the vehicle.
No.
We're not gonna like.
We're done. All right. We're done. No. Okay. You're not going to tear my vehicle up. No.
This is not the right move, dude.
Apply for a search warrant. Do what you got to do.
Let's remove the gear. Let's solve that problem.
Dude, they have.
Michael is wearing a law enforcement style.
They
vest.
have the probable cause, dude. Like, they have beyond the probable cause, my man.
Double pistol magazine pouches with what appears to
they'll get that warrant.
A magazine in each slot, a baton, multiple sets of handcuffs, and a Motorola APX series radio, which is typically used by law enforcement and fire department personnel. Upon closer inspection of Michael's silver badge, the commander with the Edmonds Police Department called it a Franken badge and stated it had the same general appearance and shape as their badges, but almost all of the specific details on it were wrong.
This guy has kind of a convincing little.
That's what I was. I was like around 50-50. I was like, if this is a mistake, because that's also seeing the blowback on like Edmonds is going to be chewing. Like they did have an off-duty guy here, and we like jacked one of their guys up.
With his gear removed, the officers attempt to get an explanation from Michael.
Are you still talking?
At this time, I'm going to invoke my rights and remain silent.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
We all know better.
Fair enough.
Give that man some water, bro, because he is parched.
All that wily law enforcement experience, huh?
These cops are just gonna fuck with him.
I'm speechless.
With Michael secured in the back of the police vehicle, the officers begin collecting information and will be stunned to discover just how far he took his dangerous ruse. His boss, who also works for Stephen Group International, soon arrives. He reveals that Michael has been working as a security guard for about 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. Did he tell you that he was a commissioned law enforcement officer?
Not as pronounced. He just said he did work. He works with the detectives or something about like an emergency response team of some sort.
However, according to his boss, there was an incident where Michael allegedly acted as though he was a law enforcement officer. There'd been an accident at the entrance of a parking garage.
When I went up to look, it was
wow.
I got here. He's directing forward. I had his vehicle in the roadway, kind of angled to 50. He's coming forward and he's using his flashlight. We're routing people away from the area where the I don't know for sure. Okay.
Hey, is that my boss right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys are saying.
This isn't the only time Michael is accused of doing something similar. The officers soon find a man who had been at the Salvation Army the night before and spoke with Michael.
He's going to have control of the narcotics department. He's going to be running some of you guys' units. He's been promoted, and he's moving up here this way.
Police reports state that Michael also told the man something to the effect of, "They'll all be working for me."
Wow.
However, this isn't his only outlandish claim. According to one of his ex-co-workers at the Salvation Army, Michael also maintained he was a 2-time FBI Academy graduate and a former canine sergeant. Along with this, his boss
why would you need to graduate from the FBI Academy twice?
said Michael told him he was a fire inspector, and his LinkedIn profile claimed he was a fire lieutenant for 26 years.
What the?
Officers also call his wife Jean to inform her of the situation.
I'm so confused right now.
What part is confusing?
This whole thing. I mean, I thought that he went to work last night.
Does he work at Salvation Army?
What?
Does he work at the Salvation Army in Bremerton?
No, he's supposed to be Bremerton Kitsap.
Doing what?
Well, I know he's a reserves police officer. That's what he told me. That's the work he's doing.
Jean claimed to have no idea Michael was a convicted felon.
Okay, this
Okay.
is in
A 2-time high school graduate, y'all.
2015 year convicts of hoax by false bomb. You were sentenced to 4 months in prison.
What? No, bro.
Did you get your firearms rights restored?
No, he graduated twice.
Sorry, I'm not doing it. Just adjusting. I'm just kind of laid back on my seat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You did not get your firearms rights restored then?
Sorry.
You have not.
Hey, listen, we're all. I invoke my rights, man. This is all your investigation. I'm not trying to be. I'm not. Don't take it.
This guy hasn't said anything that even remotely sounds like what a cop would say.
Wrong way.
The allegations against him would soon intensify as more information comes in. According to witnesses, Michael had been blurring the boundary of his duties as a security guard as recently as last night. A 7-Eleven employee had called for police to trespass someone, and Michael can be seen in the responding officer's body cam footage. Notably, the 7-Eleven isn't on Salvation Army property where Michael was employed, and he wasn't called to help.
Well, I need clean, and this guy 24 hours is gray t-shirt.
You said he works here.
No, gray
Wow.
t-shirt. Gray t-shirt. No, this guy.
Who are you asking to leave?
I call, and this guy 24 hours here in the door.
While Michael isn't seen trespassing anyone, he still responded to a police call.
Are these serious charges or
2 felonies?
Yeah,
2
dude.
felonies.
That means you're doing time.
What are the 2 felonies for? So what? I mean, I'm just asking if that's okay. I'm not trying to be whatever.
Criminal impersonation in the 1st degree and unlawful possession of firearm in the 2nd.
Holy shit.
Criminal impersonation, the 1st degree.
Yes, correct.
That's a felony.
Yes.
I thought it was a misdemeanor.
Because the officers suspect him of taking law enforcement action, the accusations against him increase from second to first degree. What they find in his vehicle only solidifies these suspicions.
What?
Yep.
And all right, okay. Oh man, goodness.
Scattered throughout his vehicle are multiple patches that read Canine Officer, Police, Investigator, and Surveillance. Authorities discover a black and yellow firefighter helmet, a yellow traffic vest, 2 ballistic vests, one with armor plates rated for rifle bullets, with a Star of Life patch that reads, "Rub some dirt on it, everything stops bleeding eventually."
Wow.
The second vest has patches for paramedic and FTO, Field Training Officer.
Dude.
They also find a bright yellow jacket with police sewn on the front and back, along with a receipt for the patches to be sewn on by a dry cleaner.
Wow.
Well, no, it's different out here because, like, no, I'm asking what are.
You work for Edmonds, right?
The 7-Eleven incident isn't the only time Michael may have involved himself in police matters. His ex-co-worker also shared a video Michael sent her, claiming he had responded to a dead-on-arrival call in Seattle. The video appears to be Michael's body cam footage and shows members of the Seattle Fire Department as well as a dead body. Notably, there aren't any law enforcement officers on the scene yet.
Yeah. He's the first one to get there. This is wild.
The officer transporting Michael has his own suspicions about what his motivations may be.
When was the last time you used?
I don't use. Why you say that?
Because I think you're high.
Yeah, dude, you're totally high.
I think you're high.
You're totally high.
Okay. That's your opinion, man.
As a matter of fact,
That's like your opinion, man. I love how as soon as he fucking like got outed for being high, the footage went from being black and white to being in color. Look at that shit. Watch. Because you're high. Watch.
Why you say that?
because I think you're high.
You think I'm high?
I think you're high.
Okay.
It's in color all of a sudden.
That's your opinion, man.
But my theory is that this whole pretend to be a cop thing down in Salvation Army is an opportunity for you to seize drugs from a local transient people. That's what I think. I think that's how they're obtaining illegal drugs.
Yeah, never.
Dude, you are
Really?
fucking
I've never
lit, dude.
I've never enforced that. I'm a security. No, never. I've never done anything like that, dude. Yeah, and I did that a lot, right? I had Tourette's syndrome, man.
I got you.
No matter how
Yeah.
adamantly Michael
I
makes it,
got Tourette's. I was on the job for 27 years with Tourette's.
his denials about this accusation or the allegation of criminal impersonation, his vehicle would prove to hold a wealth of evidence. Inside, authorities also found an AR-15,
Oops.
emergency items and tools such as jumper cables, traffic cones, water bottles, latex gloves, and 2 first aid kits. They also located vehicle impound stickers and a parking ticket book,
Wow.
zip-tie flex cuffs, magazine pouches, handcuff pouches, a police portable radio.
Oh, you know what this dude was doing. You know this motherfucker was like stopping people, like pulling them over and shit, and like writing them tickets and then being like, you know, making it seem like you could just get out of it right now for like $20, bro. You know, enough for a bag. You know he was doing that shit. This dude is unreal, bro.
Pepper spray, a baton pouches, a spring-loaded knife, a drop-leg gun holster attachment, and a badge similar to federal law enforcement badges reading National Concealed Carry Law Enforcement Safety Act, retired. Along with being equipped with blue and green emergency lights, a siren, and a loudspeaker, Michael had a radio wired into the car that, when turned on, the screen read nationwide scan.
Wow.
According to police documents, authorities suspect he was scanning police radios and responding to calls such as the trespassing at 7-Eleven and the DOA call in Seattle.
You're just trying to get me riled up.
Michael Scaletta Teets was charged with suspected criminal impersonation in the first degree, as well as unlawful possession of a firearm in the second degree. Michael is awaiting trial, and the case is still ongoing. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on YouTube also.
All right. Dude, that's way too much. That was way too much. So one more thing that I wanted to go over here. And I wonder if I can find it. Because I actually want more information on this. I want more information on this because there's this story right here. But Haverhill Police Department is all kinds of fucked up. How did so this is a woman, the woman they're talking about in this right here, because I'm going to probably do a whole live stream on this later on. Not tonight, but probably tomorrow. Because I definitely want to do a deep dive, because I did talk about the Francis Gigliotti case briefly for one moment there. And it did raise questions. Now I have more questions. And I'll show you guys why, because this just got fucking weird.
Haverhill's police chief is on leave following multiple controversies in the city. Boston 25 News reporter Ellie Murillo is on scene outside police headquarters with a story you will only see on Boston 25.
Well, Boston 25 obtained a letter reportedly written by families of Haverhill police officers heavily criticizing the chief for the handling of recent controversies that included the death of a man in police custody and the unexpected passing of police officer Caitlin Tully. For the first time and only on Boston 25, I spoke to her sister, and she's calling for transparency.
My sister...
The unexpected passing of Haverhill police officer Caitlin Tully has rocked the community. For the first time, her sister Amanda is speaking out. She tells me the morning of Caitlin's passing, she contacted Haverhill police for support, but says her conversation with Chief Pistone was disappointing.
It took him 3 hours to call me back, and his words to me were empty. He has not called my father, our father, or our mother to express his condolences at all.
The department has been the center of controversy. Back in July, it was reported that 43-year-old Francis Gigliotti died in police custody. It's still unclear if the 7 officers involved who were placed on paid leave will face any charges. Amanda tells me Caitlin tried to save Gigliotti's life by administering CPR. Her unexpected passing now also raising concern.
Okay, so she performed CPR. She's a Haverhill police officer who performed CPR on Francis Gigliotti, and she ends up dying of what? How did she die? And now the police chief of Haverhill Police Department is on leave. What the fuck is going on?
Enforcement and security expert Todd McGee tells me it's unclear what the department's next move could be.
There could be a scenario where this is just a private matter and
The chief is taking time off for himself to attend to personal issues, but more on the public view if there is a sense of scrutiny based on the direction of the department.
I tried contacting Haverhill Police and the union with questions like how the
Okay, so it's a reported suicide. It was ruled a suicide. Do we know the circumstances? Did she shoot herself? What happened here? And then the police chief resigned, or he's on leave. Now, it makes sense if she took her own life after trying to save Francis Gigliotti's life. It could mean that she felt very, very guilty. That could be a thing, that she felt very guilty. Who knows? But I mean, I'm loosely speculating here because as you know, Mr. McGee said so, it could all just be coincidence. So, you know, my jury's still out on that.
The department is handling concerns, but also for more context on the decision for a leave of absence. I haven't heard back.
My sister cared about people. She loved everybody equally.
Flowers and candles now sit outside of police headquarters here. Amanda tells me that she cannot thank the community enough for their outpour of support. In Haverhill, I'm Eli Murillo for your local station, Boston 25 News.
I also want to know, when did she administer CPR on Mr. Gigliotti? When did she do this? Was this before the first responders showed up? Because that's what would make sense to me. Was she trying to save his life before the first responders showed up? So after they saw that he was unresponsive, while she was waiting for the first responders to show up, but he was already, this is the problem. This is the one thing that the Haverhill Police Department is not going to be able to get around, is the fact that the first responders should have been called immediately when they saw that he wasn't acting right. When they saw and heard that he was all over the place, I'm of the personal opinion, that they should have had first responders on hand ready to go. Which we talked about when we went over all the video footage. So, okay, and other people are saying she had a heart attack. I don't know. What was her name? Amanda Tully, right? Was it Amanda Tully? Yeah, this is another story on it. So hold on. This is Boston 10. Amanda's the sister. Okay. Caitlin Tully. Thank you.
Police chiefs in a matter of 3 days in Haverhill, and that's only the latest issue the city's force has been dealing with.
Oh, okay. So there's the confusion. So it was one police chief quit, and then the next one was put on paid leave. Oh shit, no way. Oh shit. Okay, I guess Aiden's catching up on the live stream. Yeah, I didn't do any research on her. I was going to do that next time we went live. BB.
For months, the department has been under the microscope following a man's death after a struggle with police. NBC 10's Aaron Logan joins us live in the newsroom tonight to walk us through it all. Aaron, what can you tell us?
Amelia, there is a lot going on, but we'll start with these leadership changes. Late this afternoon, Mayor Melinda Barrett announced Acting Chief Stephen Doherty will be placed on paid administrative leave. This comes after less than 2 days in this role. Who is the police chief in Haverhill? On Wednesday, it was Robert Pistone until he was placed on leave. That's when Mayor Melinda Barrett announced Deputy Chief Stephen Doherty as acting chief. Since then, Pistone resigned after a vote of no confidence in his leadership. Doherty also received a no confidence vote. It was Robert in this role. Who is the police chief in Haverhill? On Wednesday, it was Robert Pistone until he was placed on leave. That's when Mayor Melinda Barrett announced Deputy Chief Stephen Doherty as acting chief. Since then, Pistone resigned after a vote of no confidence in his leadership. Doherty also received a no confidence vote, leaving some to question why he should take over. Law enforcement expert Todd McGee says it's not surprising.
The next standard protocol is to have that number 2 person to step in. So, we'll see how things shake out.
Not even 2 days later, Doherty is out as leader. Mayor Barrett placed him on paid administrative leave and has named Captain Wayne Tracy as acting chief. Why this additional change? On Friday, Mayor Barrett said in part, after a lengthy discussion with representatives from 2 police unions, I was made aware of new information. On Thursday, family members of Officer Caitlin Tully told NBC 10 they weren't thrilled with Pistone or Doherty leading the department. Officer Tully was one of 7 police officers placed on leave in July. They were involved in a struggle with Francis Gigliotti, who later died. Tully's sister says she administered CPR. Just weeks ago, the 32-year-old was found dead.
We are assuming that she passed away from a severe stress-induced heart attack.
She says now former Chief Pistone never supported the officers and families through these difficult times.
He has not given my mother or my father a phone call since my sister's passing.
On Friday, an attorney representing Gigliotti's family called for an independent investigator to replace Essex District Attorney Paul Tucker. Gigliotti's death was ruled a homicide, but it's still unclear whether the officer's actions during that struggle were justified. As for the future of the police department, McGee says it will be challenging, but they will move forward.
Moving quickly is not necessarily the right direction that I would choose, but more methodically, making sure that all aspects of the department are being addressed, making sure that those gaps at the leadership have been filled, and making sure that those within the department are working together in unison.
Mayor Barrett said an independent investigation into departmental operations is set to begin Thursday. She feels these personnel moves are in the best interest of the community and the department. Live in the newsroom, Erin Logan, NBC 10 Boston.
Wow, that's fucking wild, dude. So let me see something here. BB, what's her name? Well, hold on. Let me do one thing at a time. Okay, let me see this. Okay, the father of late Haverhill police officer Caitlin Tully says his daughter was among 7 placed on administrative leave in connection with the July incident involving Francis Gigliotti, who died after a police encounter. Retired Lawrence police officer John Tully spoke Wednesday about the troubles his daughter and other involved officers have faced in recent months, expressing his disappointment with how Haverhill Police Chief Robert Pistone has handled recent crises within the apartment, or recent crises within the department. The Essex County District Attorney's Office said it could not comment on Caitlin Tully's death due to the ongoing investigation. Pistone did not provide comment following the request. So here it is. Caitlin Tully, 32, suffered an unexpected and unattended death at approximately 6:55 a.m. on September 26th at her home on Bartlett Avenue, according to a death certificate prepared by the chief medical examiner's office. The certificate lists both the cause and manner of death as a pending investigation. An autopsy report has not been released. According to John Tully said, okay, so there's no... So the father saying she died from a stress heart attack is what we're assuming. So no, there's no suicide. I don't see anything about suicide here. Yeah, there's nothing about a suicide here. So, the father is saying an unexpected heart attack from, I don't know. She seems a little young to be having heart attacks, but it's been known to happen. And I can imagine the stress being something so bad. I mean, she's on independent leave. I can imagine trying to save this man's life after she thought she was doing the right thing, and then failing to do so must have been a very traumatic experience for her. And so I could imagine that something like this could happen to someone. I'm more than willing to give her the benefit of the doubt right now, as far as like, just say that it's, suicide because of guilt, or, a murder dressed up as a suicide. Like, come on, people. We've all seen the movies. We don't need to pay attention to them so much. Right now, let's stick to the facts. The facts dictate right now only that she died of mysterious circumstances. We don't know. We don't know. And the father is saying a stress heart attack is what we're assuming right now. And he's saying it himself. They're just assuming it. So we don't know. I'm not ready to jump to those conclusions, but we're going to keep up with the updates as far as what's happening in Haverhill, right? Yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Make sure to head on over to Mazza Media. Mazza is doing everything he can to raise money for Kelsey Fitzsimmons. I have not covered the Kelsey Fitzsimmons case, but I'm going to look into that eventually myself and add my 2 cents. Yeah, Mazza is doing his own fundraiser for Kelsey Fitzsimmons because she's being locked up, and apparently this judge is a nightmare. And I know that a lot of good people are pretty infuriated about her case right now. So make sure to go check out Mazza. Now, and I get it. Listen, you may not like some of the guests. Who gives a shit? This isn't about that. This isn't about YouTube beef, and it's not about YouTube drama. If these people are out there and Mazza's got them on to help raise money for Kelsey Fitzsimmons, then this is a damn good thing. And support Mazza for keeping his head above all of that shit, flying above that weather and still trying to raise money for Kelsey. So, guys, I love you very much. You're absolutely fantastic. Thanks for spending your Saturday afternoon with me. I think Aiden is going live tonight. I don't know if he is or not, but I'm assuming he is, because he normally does on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 9:00. And make sure to check out Rat House Media at 10:00. At least stop by and say hello, show him some love, because he's paying some tribute to yours truly, and I'm pretty happy about that. That's pretty cool, man. It's real nice when somebody actually takes the time to do something kind instead of doing something to tear somebody down. So it's very, that's tomorrow night. Okay, so it's tomorrow night. The Rat House Media thing is tomorrow night. I was wondering why. I was like, why would you do that at 10:00 right in the middle of Turtle Boys. So yeah, tomorrow 10 o'clock. Make sure to check out Rat House Media and show him some support, man. Oh, all right. God damn it, I'm so confused. All right. Aiden changed his live stream to, I got that backwards. Aiden, Turtle Boy Live, changed his live stream tomorrow night, Sunday night, 10 o'clock. Okay? Sunday night, no, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Sunday night, 9 o'clock. Okay? Tonight, Danny is doing his stream at 10 p.m. So make sure to check out Danny's stream at 10 p.m. tonight. Rat House Media, 10 p.m. tonight. Rat House Media, 10 p.m. tonight. Turtle Boy Live, 9 p.m. tomorrow, as far as I know. All right? Sorry about that. Anyways, I'm wrapping this up, folks. Go check out Mazza Media and help raise some funds for Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Guys, you're absolutely fantastic. I'm really grateful for you guys. Make sure to hit the like. It helps me out. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live, because I always do that shit pretty much on the fly. So also, guys, remember, also, thank you guys for all the support, of course. Thank you guys. It means the world to me. And I did get a Cash App from Laura. She sent $5 and said, Glara. So thank you so much. And guys, remember, it only takes a second to stay safe. I love you very much, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.
Watch out!
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school, just like their neighbors, and come back to a real home. A supervised home, right in the neighborhood, where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.